Hey everybody.
Hey.
How y'all doing? As they say. All right. Tonight I'm going to do all brand new material that I've been working on for 5 years. So I've had a hectic weekend. I potty trained my youngest boy this weekend.
Ooh.
Oh, that was tough. It was tough. I got 2 other boys, and they both were potty trained by like 2.5. This guy's was kind of stubborn. We tried it at 2.5, and he wanted nothing to do with it. And now he's 3 years, 4 months, right? And it's a little embarrassing. Not for him. He's just fine with it. You know, he's got bragging rights at daycare. You know, all right. He's doing just great, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know, I mean, I would love it if somebody was still wiping my ass. You know, that would be great. I want to be a member of the 1%. You know, and, but I have to do that to him, and so it was tough. It was a tough weekend. He took to it. You know, he took to it. But the point is, I want to tell you the story that today he took it over this weekend. He did a good job, and but today I was looking at some real estate. I want to go buy a house, and I was looking at the real estate, and my boy says to me, "Daddy, I gotta go bathroom." And I asked the realtor, you know, can we use the bathroom? He says, no, you know, there's no running water in this property, so you cannot. Well, can he just use the tree? And the realtor's like, well, I suppose he can. So I sent him on over there by himself. I let him do his business, and I left him alone. And he came back up to the 2 of us and said very proudly, "Daddy, I went poopy all by myself." The realtor was not amused. So if any of you single people here are wondering why I'm bothering you with all this stuff, this is a warning. If you're thinking about wild, passionate, unprotected sex, okay, this is what your life will be like in 3 years. Okay, you're going to be doing the pee-pee dance with a little boy, and you're not going to care if he gets on the seat or not. So I've not always been a father. I used to be a wild young guy, whatever that means. My buddy John, my oldest friend, he called me up this summer, and he said, "Jeff, I'm doing a road trip. I'm going to L.A. Would you like to come out and join me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." You know, 10 days away from the kids, and so we got ready to jump in the car, and we got a call from our old friend Thor, who lives in Kansas City. And Thor is my very first gay friend, and he's a good guy. My very first gay friend, and Thor said, "You know, I'm in Kansas City. I've been out here for about 8 years. When I came out here, I could not pack my gay porn collection. Would you guys just put it in the trunk and bring it along with you?" And we were like, "Well, you know, we're good liberals." Well, sure, of course we are. You know? And, so we put it. We got it was in a beer box, and we had to take a look. You know, and I consider myself, you know, straight, but I want to see what is Thor into. And it turns out that Thor's into a lot more stuff than I ever wanted to know. It's Thor was like way into BDSM, you know, bondage and all kind. I'm not gonna. You just imagine it, and that's all great. You know, I'm into that the straight way, but that's, you know, but this was. So we looked at a lot of stuff we put in the trunk, and we're like, all right, Thor. And so we get on our way, and we're driving, and this is the time to relive some memories, you know, and we're smoking pot. We're not drinking and driving, because that's dangerous. You know, but we're smoking, and John says to me, "Jeff, I've got a hit of acid." Anybody here done acid?
Oh yeah.
One time? We got any drug users in the audience tonight?
What? Here? No.
You know, I don't do drugs anymore, but you know, when I was young, I used to do so many mushrooms, I could count them as a food group. You know? So I was like, "John, yeah, sure, man, you go do that hit of acid, and I'll drive on smoking pot, and everything will be fine." You know, and So we're driving, and John, it starts to kick in for him, and John just says, you know, Jeff, I've come up with a new philosophy of life, which you always do when you're on acid. I've decided you cannot lie anymore. Lying is what has gotten everybody in trouble. If we would all just be honest and always tell the truth, we would never get into problems again. Right? Well, I'm smoking pot and I'm a little paranoid. Like, no, dude, you have to lie. Lying is the only way that we can get through the day. If you don't lie, you're only going to get into lots of trouble. And then I look behind me, and I swear to God, there's the cherries of a police car. And we've been driving, apparently, I don't know how long, and hadn't noticed. I pulled over the car, and we happened to be in a town called Buckeye, Arizona. Okay? Buckeye. Okay? A town named after a deer animal part. Okay? We were pulled over, the police knocks on the window, we roll it down, and says, you boys seem to be going a lot fast, I had to follow you a long way. What was going on? And I looked at him and said, you know, officer, we just weren't paying attention. I'm really sorry about that. And my buddy John, swear to God, says, officer, I don't want to lie to you, but we were having a philosophical discussion and lost track of space and time, and apparently velocity. Swear to God. Swear to God. I swear to God. And I look at John and go, shut up! And the officer says, you boys been doing anything funny today? I fucking swear to God, my buddy John, officer, I don't want to lie to you, but we have been smoking some marijuana. I shut the fuck up! And I'm like, he wouldn't, and I literally look at him, and I'm so like, he wouldn't have known if you didn't tell him. So I said, boys, get out of the car, go sit on the front, and put your hands on the front of the car. And so we do. I go put my hands on the front. John's over to my right. And he says, boys, I'm going to look. Am I going to find any marijuana in this car? And my buddy says, officer, you will find it in the glove compartment. I've got fucking kids, all right? He's single. And so he does. He opens up the glove compartment, he finds the marijuana, and there's about an eighth, you know. And he says, boys, I have found an illegal substance in your vehicle. This gives me the right to search your entire car. I am now going to take the keys and I'm going to search inside of your trunk. And I go, God damn it, God, John, he's going to fucking find that gay porn. Okay? We are in fucking Butthole, Arizona. He's going to fucking kick our ass. And then I'm going to fucking kick your ass. And John says, and there's the punchline of this joke. He says, officer, I want you to know you're going to find something in that trunk. Yeah? What's that, boys? I want you to know, officer, it is not ours. We are only transporting it for a friend. That's the end of my time, but the officer did say, boys, that is not illegal, but you all a bunch of preverts. And we did end the night in jail. Thank you all very much. I'm Jeff Krohn.